another Chelsea-Liverpool connection at the minute is Levi Colwill. There's a few Liverpool papers that believe they may go for him. They would spend big on him. Chelsea, of course, adamant that he will not go. But while rumours continue to be printed, while stories continue to be printed, there's always a chance. We've seen Inter Milan say, no way Lukaku rejoins Chelsea. And then it happens as an example. And I'm sure we all remember other cases and points. It was said all summer, a few years back, that Pepe wouldn't join Arsenal, too much money. And he did. You know, could Liverpool be taking him off of Chelsea's hands here? Do you think, Liverpool have got the pull and the power to get him away from Chelsea right now?
Yes, we do have that power. But in terms of, when I say we have the power, in terms of just, if he's looking at it thinking, I don't know what the conversation between him and Poch is, and that's where it's going to be very, very key. If Poch has got big plans for him, he's not going anywhere. I reckon he'd just end up staying, sign a new deal, then it's all done and dusted. But in terms of the pool, like, I definitely think that he is sitting there. If the stories are to be believed, I genuinely believe he is sitting there thinking, Liverpool under Klopp. You know what I mean? I've got my own reservations of him, but in the world of football, Klopp is a very powerful man. Do you know what I mean? So, and that can't be, that can't be forgotten. So he probably would look at that situation. But again, it all depends on what he wants for his own future. How does he see his future? Forget even just under Pochettino and under Klopp. How do you see your future? Is it going to a team like Liverpool, playing potentially all the time if Liverpool play this new back three? Is it then going to Chelsea? I mean, they've got Badiashile, they've got Thiago Silva, they've got Fofana. Are you going to play? Is that a guarantee for you? I feel like at Liverpool, that spot is kind of there for you and was kind of tailor-made for you to kind of slot in straight away. And you obviously maybe rotate a little bit with Robbo, but it's kind of made for you. What are you going to do with Badiashile? Is he now going to start dropping to the bench just to bring in, Levi Colwill, a guy who hasn't played that many Premier League? Like, there's so many caveats to it, but I do think he will end up staying at Chelsea. I think that you guys will just offer him the stupidest deal and just to keep him. And in the end, Liverpool will just think of it like, why would we offer you that kind of money at this current moment in time? And if I'm being real, there's bare other left centre-backs. Like, I don't know why we're so focused on him. Like, there's so many other ones out there that you could go for. That he's not rubbish, by the way. I think Levi Colwill is such a solid player. But come on, man. Like, if you're telling me he's the only one and the money that Chelsea are potentially talking about, I'm sorry. Nah, there's way, way better players for value out there in the market that you could easily go for. So just go for them.
Right, you're 20 years old, though. You know what you're paying for as well. You're also paying for the age. As Daps was saying earlier, you're always paying for English tax. I would say just pay the man. Like, I don't feel like he's going to get as much game time as Chelsea fans want him to next season. And that's why I think that's the reason why he was looking at the move. And Brighton tried to get him to stay. They tried to use that as part of the bartering tool to get Caicedo as well. I think Liverpool, if they go to this three at the back thing, I think it'd be a great idea, especially with Konate. I love Konate. I think he's an absolute beast. Him, Van Dijk, and Colwill is a decent back three. And then if in transition, when Trent has to come back into that right back position to shift everyone across, he could play on the left hand side as a left winger as well. So I think just pay the money for sure.
But that's why I think he's tailor made for it. Sorry, just quickly. That's why I feel like at Chelsea, it's just you've already got someone there who, and Badiashile is a good defender. Like, no one's speaking about, but I like Badiashile. I think he's a very good defender. Like, do you get what I mean? So I don't see why you would then where someone like a Cole will fit. Whereas at Liverpool, we can all see it. Robbo is good as a left wing back, blah blah blah. But in this back three, he's not good. You can see it. So he could easily come into a team like Liverpool and actually be more guaranteed of a start. Let me not say 100%, but more of a guarantee. Whereas you guys have already got someone who can play in that position. We don't have anybody who's good enough to play in that position. So,
but you're presuming right now that you lot are going to play with a back three next season. And if you get a DM, there is a chance that you might revert back to playing with four at the back. Oh,
no, we are playing 4-3-3. I'll tell everybody that.
So then in that case, he's going somewhere that he isn't guaranteed to start.
Right? It's one of those catch-22s because it's either you're going to the 4-3-3 or okay, let me not say 4. Let me not say 3 at the back then. Trent inverted, because that's the only actual real change from the team, is that Trent ends up becoming inverted. Robert keeps doing what he's doing. The team kind of still functions in the exact same way. Even if we do get a DM, I still don't see it being a situation where Trent is still not going to be in that same position next to the DM. I just don't feel like he's. Now we've seen him in that position. As much as I'm not going to overhype it, I feel like Klopp will overhype it, and Klopp will continue to move with that, meaning that Klopp is going to want Trent in that position. But at the same time, a part of me is also thinking he's just going to revert back to type. So he's going to go 4-3-3, meaning like a flat back 4, 1 DM, the 2 8s, and then obviously the 3 attackers. So I am a little bit of a catch-22. But if we are going to play that system, he is tailor-made for it. And that's where the conversation needs to be had with Colwill. But when I look at Chelsea, I still look at it and think to myself, regardless whether you play 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever, you've got a player who can play that position anyway. So it's like, where is he realistically going to play?
From a Chelsea point of view, how I look at it right now, obviously Levi is at the Euros, so he's not gonna sit down with anyone until that tournament's done. And England are in the final as well, and he's been playing really well. But one thing about him is that we've actually, Tuchel wanted to sell him in the summer, but Todd Bowley said, no, we're not selling this guy. We're going to loan him out to Brighton. And in January, like I said before, Matt Law came out and said he's one of the players that we're looking to bring into the squad. The contract talks have been ongoing from early. Do you know what I mean? We've basically made it clear to Levi that he's part of our future, part of the project, and he's got a big role to play in this team. So, like you said, G, I think he needs to have that conversation with Poch. Basically just to say, look, this is the role that I've got for you. You're going to be an important player for us. I know people are saying we've got Badiashile and Colwill, but we can't go into the season with 3 centre-backs. It's not going to work if we're going with 3 centre-backs. Because Badiashile, he's actually injured right now. He's got a long-term injury, and it looks like he's going to miss majority of pre-season as well. So most likely, you're most likely going to see Colwill in that lineup when we play. Ironically, when we play Liverpool first game of the season, you're probably going to see Colwill in that lineup. So right now, I think it's a conversation that needs to be had. You never know. We could end up playing Levi at left back, do what Pep does. Do you know what I mean? Where we play that centre back there at left back, he can definitely play that role. There's nothing ruling out Badiashile from playing right centre back if Fofana gets injured, because apparently he's played there before for Monaco as well. He can actually play 2 left centre backs who are both left-footed, of course. So there's a few things that we can do, and obviously Silva, I think we're going to sort of bed him out a little bit. I think you're going to see him sparingly going forward, I would say. I keep saying that every season, but this guy just keeps proving me wrong.
And he carries on playing.
he keeps playing, he keeps going. But Fofana, he's injury prone. Do you know what I mean? Badiashile, I don't know about his injury record that much, but Levi, we've got big plans for him. So I think it's just a matter of sitting down, saying, look, you're a part of our future. We're going to play you, but of course you have to earn your place. Do you know what I mean? But I do understand that at Liverpool, it's a little bit more clearer because you haven't really got that left centre back that's going to be better than him. Do you know what I mean? But I think Colwill stays.
It's certainly interesting. This super chat here from LJ says, do you think the hold up is that Brighton want Colwill and are holding it up because they want you to trade? I mean, trades are rare in football, but they might be wanting, it might be 2 separate deals and they want a deeper conversation. That could definitely be a part of it. I don't think there's any doubt about
they've moved
that.
on to, Terry, just to answer that, they've moved on to Calvin Bassey. He was at Ajax. He was at
Rangers. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
So they've actually moved on from Colwill now.
Okay.
I think Brighton have a leverage when it comes to this negotiation because they already sold McAllister, so they made some of their money. They know that Chelsea need a DM, so they're going to keep negotiating all summer. Brighton don't have to sell yet. They just put this guy on a 4-year contract last season with an improved wage. So they're in no rush to sell him. They know they can get one more good year out of him and sell him anyways, So it's not like he's going anywhere. The thing is now they're using that. It's to be fair, that's how business is. They're using that leverage against Chelsea right now. Either you pay or we're going to drag it out as long as we can. Because I'll tell you something. Next year, if he has another good year, which, let's be honest, most likely we all think he would, they can sell him again for the same fee or not more. I don't think they're going to budge unless they get Colwill, as you said, or they get the cash that they want. Something has to give, But they have all the cards in their hands right now.
Yeah, but
that's an unfortunate situation for you guys.
Like everyone knows that Caicedo is going to be key for us, and ideally we want him before America. That's why I just don't see us dragging it on for the sake of a few pounds. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We'll put the money down if we need to.
It's going to be interesting. This super chat's for you, Staffy, from DJ. It says, Staffy, United have run out their managers and players since Fergie left. Yet you call Chelsea fans spoiled. Your fan base are the same. Stop being a hypocrite.
So you know me since Fergie left. First of all, you call me a hypocrite as if you know all my footballing opinions. And what does that have to do with anything? How is me calling Chelsea a spoiled fan base have to do anything with us running managers out? No one ran out more managers than your club. So once again, you just proved that you're the most spoiled fan base. But thank you for the super chat. Try harder next time.
Staffy, but for me, when it comes to the Chelsea are spoiled thing, there probably is some spoiled Chelsea fans. But like, I feel like every fan base has
Every
some
fan base has
spoiled
spoiled fans. They just have the most.
And then there's
They can
other
cry all they
Chelsea
want.
fans that aren't spoiled. So like that statement that Chelsea fans are spoiled is gonna like get a lot of Chelsea fans mad.
Bro, they used to sack a manager per season. I forgot what the stat was. It was something crazy too. One manager every less than 2 years. I've not seen a club sack.
What does that have to do with Chelsea fans being spoiled?
That's what the guy brought up. He brought up us what's it called, firing managers.
Yeah,
At
but
least we
Staffy,
used
though,
to give managers 3 years. They just weren't good enough. What are we supposed to do? Keep them?
yeah, but Staffy, though, if you speak to a lot of Chelsea fans, they'll tell you that a lot of the time, even Ancelotti, when we sacked Ancelotti, I was pissed. I remember when we sacked Mourinho, I was upset, bro.
You guys sacked Ancelotti on the last day of the season.
Even Lampard
Spoiled
said
club.
it, right? Even Lampard said it when he came back recently that he feels that we could have won a lot more if there was a little bit more stability because we were chopping and changing. So it's not that every Chelsea fan was like, yeah, let's just go with what Roman was doing.
I didn't say every fan.
With that logic, with that logic, in the last 4 years, Tottenham have had 5 managers. Does that make Tottenham fans spoiled?
No,
No, not a chance in hell.
The situation is different, though. It's not really the same.
Hang on, but Staffy didn't say some Chelsea fans are spoiled because they sack a lot of managers. That isn't what he said.
But I'm replying to the super chat that called Man United fans spoiled because they
The
sacked a lot
guy
of
used
managers.
the sacking of managers as an example, which was a dumb example because his club fires the most managers. So if that was your argument, that makes me a hypocrite and I'm spoiled, then you're spoiled more than me.
But it's a bad argument.
But that's his argument, so I didn't choose the argument. So it was a bad argument.
I agree with you.
We'll move on from this one.